Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna do a scenario where China and Taiwan finally goes to war. Now, this scenario may happen in real life because of the tensions of China and Taiwan right here. So now we have China in the red team and Taiwan in the blue team. So the blue teams are we have South Korea, Japan, the Philippines, Taiwan, of course, Vietnam, and USA. Or actually, Australia and New Zealand too. Now we have the red team, which is North Korea, China, of course, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia. So now let's start this battle. At the start of this war, we see the North Koreans and the Chinese going over the border and now conquer some part of South Korea. We also see Japan helping out South Korea, but it's not enough because they're fighting China and North Korea. Just two pretty strong countries, not gonna lie. And we also see Chinese forces crossing the border with Vietnam and doing this incursion. We also see Cambodia and Laos working together here in South Vietnam and conquers all of this, which is a pretty big part of land of Vietnam, not gonna lie. But here we see Vietnam attacking Laos like that. We also see China trying to make a land right here in Taiwan, but can't because of the naval support of South Korea and Japan. And also, there are some US military bases here in South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines. So the US can help out Taiwan right there, right here. So there's a big naval superiority battle raging over, maybe right like this. Like this. There we go. Naval superiority battle. We see this spearhead being successful and conquering some part of the coast. Like that. We see this incursion getting kicked out and getting swapped. Now this is a very slow battle because of the terrain in Vietnam and the guerrilla warfare. But now the American troops are finally mobilized, and we see them along with Australia and New Zealand and also the Philippines helping out Taiwan in here and also helping out South Korea kick out these bad guys. They make some type of incursion like that. And we also see them making a big incursion right here in North Korea. I don't know why the borders of South Korea and North Korea are so cursed in this map, but look at that. It's full of holes. And now we see the full on liberation of South Korea. Now you might think Russia will join this war, but I don't think they will join this war because of the ongoing conflict right here in Ukraine. And if they do join this war, Europe, UK, France, Germany will join this war at the side of the US, which would technically make World War III. Yeah. Let's continue this scenario. We see this part of Vietnam falling, and also this part. Also this part. Like that. Now we see the Chinese incursion right here has now completely took over the capital, Hanoi. Like that. Which leads to the ultimate fall of Vietnam. Now they're thinking about making a landing right here in this island in the Philippines, or maybe right here in the northern region, which is right next to Manila. I don't know if Manila is right there or right here, but sorry to the Filipinos out there. Just kidding, I'm a Filipino. I can speak Tagalog, look at this. Hello, Filipino ako, but I use English so that my viewers can understand me globally. And so, and now let's continue this video. South Korean, Japanese, Australian, New Zealand, and the American forces take over a lot of North Korea and also makes a landing right here in Vietnam. Like that. And now they're at the doorstep of Laos. We see Canada joining this war. Just kidding. Canada will not join this war because the red team would lose because they are outnumbered by a lot. That's why I did not make Canada join this war. It would just be unfair for the red team. That we see the blue team liberating a lot of Vietnam and also making some sort of special operation right here in Cambodia. And right here in Laos. Like that. Now the war looks like this. With the American help, Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, Japanese, and American forces, and also Filipino forces, reach the coast of China like that. And now China is worried. So now we see the fall of Pyongyang and also the fall of North Korea, which leads to the invasion of China. Like that. We see another landing made right here, right next to Beijing. Not really next, but it is close to Beijing. So now China retreats or withdraws some of their forces right here in Vietnam, which leads to a big part of Vietnam getting liberated. Boom. And also we see the blue team cutting off this part of Laos. And now their goal is to just cut off communication from Laos and China. And they do just that. They conquer this part of Laos. Like that. And now they're near Vientiane, I think. That's the capital of Laos. I'm sorry if I didn't place the capital where they are in real life. I don't know where the capitals are. We see the fall of Vientiane and the fall of Laos, which leads to the surrender of Cambodia and the full-on liberation of Vietnam. Myanmar, you're next. What the? We see an incursion made here in Myanmar, which is a pretty big incursion, not gonna lie. And this is Conquering Myanmar is probably one of the hardest thing to do in this war, because not only you have to fight in rainforest, you have to beat these two first to go to Myanmar, because you cannot just go inside of Thailand. That would be an act of war, which would bring Thailand to this war. That means you have to beat Laos and Cambodia first, or just go like this. But that would be hard because it's China. Probably not that hard because Beijing is right there and that's right there. But still, it's gonna be hard because it's China. Alright, let's continue the video. We have a conquest happening right here. So most of the forces in Southeast Asia are focused right here in China, not in Myanmar. That's why we have a slow-paced invasion of Myanmar, like that. Reminder: this is happening in a matter of months, not seconds. We also see the southern part of Myanmar falling into the hands of the blue team. And now we see them making an encirclement like that, which is a pretty big win for them and leads to the fall of the capital. And now Myanmar has fallen. This is pretty this is a big punch for China because now a new front opens right here, like that, and right here. So now our war is looking like this. We see this part of Manchuria getting absolutely demolished, probably because there's not much people right here, like that. So now that falls to the blue team, and this part just completely demolished because there are no military there. There are no law enforcements there. They are all right here trying to protect Beijing. So now this guy just completely breaks apart from China. Maybe like that big of a part is now its own country. Like that. This part of China breaks, and now we have this part only. We see this invasion reaching this part of China, and now it is at the outskirts of Beijing. After months, we see the capture of Beijing, which is a bloody battle. Millions died. Not millions, maybe a couple of 100,000. But now we see the fall of China. And now let's take a look at this peace treaty. Let me just color this people right here. Now I'm doing peace treaties, which is kinda ironic. It's not ironic. What am I saying? I think I'm crazy. Just kidding. We're not gonna do a peace treaty because there's too much work. I'll probably do some peace treaties when we hit maybe 5,000 subscribers. So that's all of it. Conclusion: China will lose this war. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, share this to your friends, and thank you for watching. What am I saying?